I'd like to talk about good manners today, not the manners of using the right fork, or being a good hostess. Frankly, the main course will taste delicious off of an oyster fork. It will just take you a long time to eat. And anyone who chooses to invite people into their home is already most of the way there towards good hosting. Despite what Martha may try to convince you of, you need not weave your own napkins, from wool you carded, from the sheep you cloned in your home lab, or fire your own plates in the kiln out back, from the clay you dredge up in your pond, in order to set a good table. I've had many a festive evening on paper plates with my sleeve as a napkin. I'm also not talking about the manners of sending thank you notes, or who opens doors for whom, or who should walk on which side of the street. Today I would like to talk very specifically about good manners at the gym. First and foremost, for those of you who get yourselves to the gym regularly, I congratulate you. I dislike it more than political injustice, and world hunger, and the number of fat grams in macaroni and cheese. No matter that it is my best shot at a long and healthy life, the time I spend at the gym feels utterly wasted to me, and I am always counting the minutes, until it is over. I get irritated when there is no parking close to the door, and I have to walk further than I might prefer to and from my exercising. I hate that I can walk for an hour on a treadmill like a crazed gerbil and burn approximately 1/4 of a cupcake. I hate that exercising makes me starving, and not for celery sticks. Know what really goes down easy after a workout? Cheeseburger. My level of intolerance for bad manners is greater at the gym, since I have no desire to be there to begin with. So when someone is rude or inappropriate at the gym, it is adding insult to injury. So I thought perhaps I should share some of the most dire of the bad form behaviors, in order to prevent my needing to go all postal. If you notice any of the following to be true of yourself, I hope you will address it immediately. I promise, I'm not the only one who finds you incredibly irritating. Number 1. Sweat. Part of going to the gym and working out is sweat. We are all enjoying some level of perspiration. It is natural and human, and you should not be embarrassed about your glow. However, if you tend to look like Nixon during the Kennedy debates 5 seconds into your first set, please keep a towel with you, and use it, not just for yourself, but for the equipment as well. No one needs to sit on the moist shadow image of your butt, or grab slippery wet free weights, or lie in your back sweat, to do their chest presses. The only thing more disgusting than finding that the damp on your pants is not your own is sitting on a sprinkled toilet seat. There are stacks of towels around. Lie on them, sit on them, and wipe down a goddamn machine when you are done. Number 2. Grunting. We all make some level of noise when we are lifting weights. They are heavy. They do not want to be lifted. The body is designed to want to put heavy things down as quickly as possible, and seems genuinely shocked that you want to flail them around 15 times before you do what the good Lord intended and release them. So it is of course a natural mechanism to exclaim in some audible way. But some of you, and you know who you are, cannot make any movement without loud grunting, often followed by some sort of semi-scream when you finish. We get it. You are doing really manly stuff. Those weights are the size of a Buick. Your muscles are popping out all over. You are very, very strong. You do not have a small penis. Nope, not you. No sir. Now, please, pretty please with human growth hormones on top. Shut the fuck up. I lift heavy stuff too. Usually I can manage this with an only barely audible hissing from a pursed lipped controlled exhale. Sometimes a small umph, heard by me, my trainer, and maybe the person 2 feet from us. Not the whole freaking gym. The loud noises emanating from you do not make you seem more intense and full of testosterone. They make you seem like an attention-seeking fart weasel, and you are annoying the living crap out of everyone else in the room. If you are a trainer, working out in their downtime, let me be clear. None of us will ever want to hire you as our trainer, because we do not want to emulate you. We want to kill you. Number 3. Communications. You. With the cell phone. On the Stairmaster. Knock it off. I am already losing brain cells just by walking for a solid hour, to not reach any destination. I do not need to listen to you have a bitch fest with your girlfriend, or a meeting with your realtor, or a heart-to-heart with your assistant. Here is all you need to know. He is, indeed, cheating on you, and you should break up with him. You are never going to get that much for your place in this market. You haven't lived there long enough, and you need to manage your expectations a little better, or you will sit on that condo for another year. Your assistant is already looking for another job, and is unlikely to give you more than 1 week's notice. If you need something to help you through the boredom of your time slogging upstairs to nowhere, load a damn movie or some tunes onto that iPhone 4G of yours, pop in some earphones and leave the rest of us in peace. Number 4. Personal hygiene. Hey. Stinky. Take a freaking shower. Yes, we all sweat when we work out, and sometimes our deodorant cannot mitigate every molecule, but you should not smell like a dead warthog. I don't care how heavy those kettlebells are. Fresh sweat may not be perfume, but it isn't gag-inducing. Old sweat, mixed with gym clothes that have clearly been used before, and stored in a locker unwashed, mixed with a bucket of new sweat, creates a half-mile of funk around you that is offensive and unnecessary. You make me want to team up hazmat-suited gorillas to whisk in and give you a silkwood shower. If you can smell you, I can smell you. The gym already has the general odor of rubber, steel, and feet. I really don't need OD cheese crotch added in for my olfactory delight. Number 5. Attire. Am I wrong, or is there really nothing more irritating than a woman in full battle gear makeup and pole-worthy garments at the gym? Really? With the pants with the enormous rhinestones? Really? Are we at the Ballets of the Grand Ole Opry? Does the extra layer of foundation help your aerodynamics? Thongs, to my knowledge, are supposed to be under your pants. You know who looks cute at the gym? The girls with no makeup, hair in a ponytail or sloppy bun, cheeks pink with exertion, in basic stretchy pants and t-shirts. Those of you in real makeup, with the matchy sexy pie outfits, with your hair lacquered, you look ridiculous and desperate. Number 6. Chatting. I have a potty mouth. I swear like a sailor. I've been known to tell an off-color joke or two in my day. I have strong opinions and clearly, am not afraid to share them with a captive audience. But your racist, misogynistic, homophobic, politically incorrect small-minded bullshit is not something anyone on the planet should have to listen to. You may think you are hilarious and edgy. You are, in fact, a tiny little bald fuck, with weird stringy arm muscles. And I for one would happily see you bound, and gagged and dropped off in a less desirable neighborhood to see if any of those people you seem so eager to denigrate might not want to have a little word with you. Something tells me you might not be quite so mouthy when you aren't in the Gold Coast. Also, I hope that bitch you are divorcing takes you for every red cent you think you've hidden, and that the chippy from the office she caught you with gives you raging case of the clap. Number 7. Cleaning up. I am not a prude. I am not Amish. I think the human form, even when imperfect, is still a very natural and not unpleasant thing. I recognize that there is an appropriate amount of nakedness in the locker room, but if I get out of a shower in a public locker room and have but one towel in my possession, I wrap it around my body. I do not place it as a turban upon my head and begin to wander about the room in a festival of personal toilette. Obviously, you need to be naked before you can get dressed. This can happily occur in any of the private nooks of the locker room, where you can pat yourself down, apply oils and lotions to your heart's content, and reclothe your freshened body. But the common area, where the sinks are on one side and the hair drying makeup applying seats are on the other side, is not the best place for your eve before the fall moment. You can safely do your hair while clothed, or at least in your undergarments. You can get that mascara on perfectly without any help at all from your nipples. And for the love of everything that is holy, 2 feet on the floor at all times, when you are naked. Propping your foot up on the counter to apply a lotion to your legs, while I am at the sink, does nothing but create a crazy chorus line of you reflected in the dual mirrors that I cannot escape from. It's like the crochettes at Radio City Music Hall. I chose not to become a gynecologist. So I don't need an eyeful of your cervix, while I'm trying to wash my hands. You may feel all free and breezy with your roast beef curtains akimbo, but you are freaking me out. They are called private parts for a reason, Lady Godiva. Your Brazilian is your business, and needs a touch-up, since you felt the need to wave it about. I can guarantee you one thing. Emily Post never had to deal with this shit.